What's up guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the monster Snowclus from level 1 to 150. This monster, at the time I'm recording this, is not released at all, and I am the first one to actually review this monster for you guys at rank 5 max level. We're gonna go ahead and go through everything, and I'm gonna show you guys an overall review. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, let's go and get started. Before we do get started, I want to give a huge thanks and shout out to Social Point for allowing me to make this video possible for you guys. So they basically given all the gems, the cells, food, and everything basically all together. So huge thanks to them. And today I'm going to go ahead and of course review Snowclus. And again, this is an exclusive first look. So as you guys can see, oh, the egg is actually kind of sick. I like the design of the egg. It's got a little hat. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, yo, look at his feet. Oh, yo, he is huge. It's like Bigfoot, but it's like a Santa Claus Bigfoot, or like a winter team Bigfoot, basically. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. But let's go ahead and hatch it. Hopefully we don't have any more spot. You know what I did in one of my previous videos? I sold mythic monsters. I don't know why. I thought that the only way for me to make more space is if I replace it with actual mythics, which seemed dumb. I think I actually have it in one of the videos. You guys can let me know in the comments which video that was. But I didn't have any spot opening in the monster vault, and my first thought was to sell a mythic. That was super weird. I don't know why I did that, but nope, that's perhaps insane. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and hatch it. And ladies and gentlemen, here is the design. It looks kind of cool. But then he gets very scary. Look at that. Oh, I really like his jacket. That looks very comfy. Imagine just wearing that in real life. That's awesome. By the way, guys, I have done all of these reviews right here. You guys can see these rank 5s. Every single one of these are out and for you guys to watch. But taking a look, oh, this monster has taunt. Yo, that's cool. I'm pretty sure this is a Tails monster, guys, because you guys can see with the Colosseum Champion Era 11, usually with Tails monsters, they have this. They've been doing this for the past couple of Tails, actually. So you guys can see more than likely it is going to be a Tails monster. So after this video, you'll basically find out whether or not this monster is worth, obtaining. Not only is it worth obtaining, but what rank basically you should go for. Anyways, here we go, level 100. I'm gonna go ahead and actually rank it up, and we're gonna just straight up max it out. Hopefully we have enough. I'm pretty sure we should have enough to max it out. If we don't, I might just spend some money just getting some more gems. But I should request for some more gems after this review here. But I'm glad it was enough to actually cover all of the reviews. That's just awesome. Huge thanks to them, guys. But look at this. We went ahead and got it to 150, and we're still left with 120 gems. So that's really cool. But we're gonna go ahead and just max it out here. So as you guys can see, all the food, he's just taking it all in. And take a look at this beast. Now taking a look at the stats, because stats are very important, and this monster is a tank apparently based off the trait there. We can basically take a look at the stat, and we get 1.5 million. So 100. Oh my gosh, 1,583,244 life, and that is actually the same amount as what Firestar Treat actually has. So they have the same amount of life. So that makes both of them basically the tankiest monsters for this era. Unless I'm missing anybody else, but I think those are the only ones with the highest life right now, and they're both tied. So that's really good for a tank, because usually you want it to be really high life. So that's good. 52,832 strength and 27,120 speed. Now taking a look at this, guys, this is very important. So for tanks, it's good to have live regen, so that's actually good. And then we do have hardened. Could have been better as tough or immune to torture, but we can take harden as well, because that could also help you out a little bit. Sometimes if they try to land a negative status effect or something, that won't really there's a chance that it might actually miss because of that 20%. So yeah, 20% less accuracy, that can help. And I would have liked if it was immune to control or immune to torture especially, but this is cool too. But just be careful, because you can still get denied. I guess that's one of the downsides. Let's take a look at this here. So we have a guard down to all enemies, removes 30% of stamina. Oh my gosh, no, you're kidding. Yo, no, don't make this monster bad. What is this skill? No damage, you're applying guard down and you're removing stamina and it's only 30% and not 100%. This is supposed to be one of the best skills. Oh my gosh, no, we're not starting out good. I'm not even gonna run that skill to be honest. Oh wait a second. Guard down hater to all allies. Oh wait, we are running that skill. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run this as well because apparently this applies guard down hater and increases maximum life by 50%, which is cool because usually these two together, it's really good. So guard down, basically what happens is like when you apply this to the enemies, all the incoming attacks will basically land and you're not going to be missing. You don't need any like precision boost or anything like that. And then what guard down hater does is when you apply this to your allies, when the enemy has guard down, you're going to be dealing triple damage, which is pretty good. So technically you're applying triple damage to your allies, you know what I mean? So that can definitely be helpful. And then let's see what else we have here. So guard down to an enemy deals insane magic damage. Sure, we can take that. And then heals up by 50%, applies precision to all allies. I like that as well. I think that's cool. As a tank, you do need healing abilities. It would have been nice if we had some damage protections with that instead of precision. I would have liked the damage protection instead, but it's okay. I like precision too. So there's no way you're going to be missing with this monster. Like you literally have guard down and you have precision together. And you know what I mean? If you can land in that guard down hater as well, there you go. That's even another like positive. And you even have a single target guard down. So if you don't want to use an AoE version, we got this. And what's cool about Avalanche Leap, even though like it doesn't deal any damage, keep it in mind, like this actually can avoid triggering like relics or talents. You know what I mean? Like say if somebody's using like 7 Sins talent and you use this, it's not going to trigger the 7 Sins. So you're not going to be taking any of the sorcerers. Same with relics. If you're going to be, you know, going up against a relic that will deal damage after you deal damage to them, this is not gonna affect you at all. In fact, you're just gonna be benefiting. That's all. Now the ultimate is called Slice Stopper, which is a remove positive sensors from I guess all enemies, and you're removing stamina as well from all enemies and applying Mega Freeze. So that's cool. If the enemy has like control immunity or something, as long as it's not a trait, you can remove positive status effect, or even if there's evasion blocking your path, you can technically remove all that, remove the full stamina, and apply Mega Freeze. So technically, even if they have relics backing up their stamina, you're still going to be Mega Freezing them. So the enemies will lose 2 turns. But let's say they don't have any relics backing anything up. They're going to be losing 3 turns, basically, if you really think about it. The habitats is water and magic. That's good against the current meta, I feel like. You know what I mean? You know, water and magic. I mean, we have Kirk, although Kirk does have metal abilities, so you got to watch out. But magic can actually be nice against Genesha or, I guess, Tideborn and a couple other monsters. So something to kind of keep in mind. Now the relics, I do like the relics. Some of you guys might actually hate this, but I do like the armor here that we have. So now when it comes down to armor, you have quite a lot of options. Like, I mean a lot. Like I would say this is probably going to be the best one you can actually give. You can do like a double honor dojo armor. I know this is not what a lot of players do have, but if this is something that you do have, I would highly recommend giving. Another really good option would be the Supreme Armor. So this is very common. A lot of players should have access to this. And this is really nice. So Sarge Battle, it gives an armor with over 200k points of life to the wearer. It can be more if you have it at level 150, and then whenever this monster is damaged, you're basically going to deal damage back. So this monster is going to be working as an actual tank, you know what I mean? So that's really good. Another good one would be Citizen's Armor. So because the thing with this one, not only you're going to be getting armor, but you're also applying control immunity. Since this monster doesn't have control immunity, this can actually help them and kind of help out your allies as well. Now you guys are probably getting sick of me just going over all the ancestral relics, but let's get into some of the obsidian ones, and you guys should have access to these as well. And that would be Kelrock's armor. So this one's really nice because you're going to be healing, you're removing stamina from the attacker, and then whenever this monster needs stamina, you basically have a way to get stamina. I would say there's a couple other options that you can go with, like these 3 right here, but the most important one would probably be Vaudemelter's armor. So with this one, you're going to be dealing damage back, fire damage, and you're applying a torture such as burn, and then also this monster can heal as well. Me personally, I think I'm going to run this, and since I don't have the Honor Dojo, I'm thinking about running the Supreme Armor since this one's actually really close to being maxed out anyways, so we might as well go ahead and utilize that. But we do have, of course, 120 gems or something still left, so we can actually mess around a little bit and go with the runes here. When it comes down to runes, you don't have a lot of ways to really rune this monster. Actually, there's a few. Here's what I would recommend personally. If you're going to be running this monster, a really popular one would be giving a 1 life rune. So whatever level it is, give it a life rune. And then you want to slap in 1 team speed, not just 1, but you want to slap in 2, okay? So slap in both team speeds with a life. And if they're mutated with like, you know, life or like speed, whatever. So if these are mutated with like a life, that would be very beneficial to him. Not just to him, but also to your allies. And then that life, you can probably like mutate it with like either strength or speed, whatever really the case may be, whatever you have. But this is something that you can actually do. And then if you don't want to run something like that, you can go ahead and slap in another team speed in there. So it's triple team speed. Now, as your allies, what I would personally recommend is running in 2 dodge area monsters. You can do something like this. If you don't want to run Avarice, there is many other options, but one of the most popular ones could be like Ural, for example. If you guys still want to use Ural, you can definitely slap, you know, and put in Ural in there. Now I do have Ural, but it's only rank 0. I wonder if I can, I should be able to rank it, but I don't know if I have enough gems to actually max it out. I am kind of glad that I have it at least first, and then it is basically already at rank 1. I just have to feed it up like this. But if we were to kind of go beyond the required rank, which is nice, usually with like the breakups, those are really good because you're able to kind of like break it out instead of like having to like spend like so many gems and not being able to do much. I believe it's all the way in the bottom. Yeah, it is. We can go ahead and break it out here one more time. I don't think we're going to be able to max it out, but at least getting it to like rank 3 or rank 4 would help out. So here we go. Spend another I think there's 25 gems there. Let's go ahead and convert some more resources here, and we're going to go ahead and convert more, break it out nice, and we'll go ahead and do it one more time, and then finally we're able to rank it up. So we do have about 20 more gems, and unfortunately, actually that's enough because we do have the dodge area. We actually kind of went overboard there, which is okay. But yeah, we can go ahead and basically kind of get it to rank 4 now. And also, okay, I'm not able to do that because I don't have the 5 gems there. Also, since you're going to be ranking up Snowclus, if you have these other remaining monsters, you're going to be getting all these resources. So keep that in mind. It's a lot of resources. And this is what you're going to be looking at. So these are the chests you're going to be opening up. And look at this. This is like crazy loot, man. And look at all those 9s and 10s that you're going to be getting. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give this monster some runes. We could do like a life rune or like 2 team speed, whatever the case may be. I think I'm just going to do 1 life and 1 team speed. Actually, maybe a speed rune would be okay. Yeah, you can really mess around with Ural. There's like a lot of options. Cool thing is we do have a Shadow Essence which we can go ahead and equip, and then we can go ahead and give in these this Master Staff can help out. And then I'm actually gonna get the remaining talents. I did request for those, so for now I guess we could go with something like as random as like Last Hope, but usually you can give in like a Demonic Pact or like 7 cents, and that would really help you out a lot. But what I can do is I can actually break this monster out a little bit and try to get it like kind of like ranked up a little bit, if that makes sense, to a higher like level, since we don't have, since this monster's stats kind of lack because it's like from the Doomsday era. But trust me, players are still going to be running this monster. Like, don't like underestimate Ural. Ural is like crazy good, you know what I mean? You guys shouldn't be underestimating this monster at all. But here we go, get it to 148 now, and we got the setup ready now, ladies and gentlemen. So again, you can run Ural if you want, or you can go ahead and equip like Avarice as your, you know, dodge area slash like resurrector monster, and also has some denials, which is helpful. Alrighty guys, so here we have a battle prepared. So we're going up against JJ, and we have Corruptor and the monster with the evasion, Gracie, right? So let's say that this monster goes against your team, right? So let's say I want to directly attack, like let's say Ural. Well, guess what? The attack will go towards that monster because of the taunt. So there is something that benefits. As you guys can see, Vada Meltzer's armor plus the other thing, the Supreme armor kicked in to deal the damage. And then if we continue doing these single targets, we can definitely do that. But let's say we wanted to use an AoE ability. Now the AoE ability, it's gonna land on this monster, the monster right here. So something to kind of watch out from. But this monster, once it kicks in the dodge area, it'll be helpful. If you want, I would say maybe run Everest with your ult. That way it's a lot better. You have an attacker, 2 resurrectors, you know what I mean? So it's going to be really nice if you're going to be doing something like that. Another cool thing with this monster is you can do like this, so you can heal it and apply the hydrophobic shield. And then when the enemies, if they don't have any water attacking skills, guess what? If they try to like deal damage to you, 0 damage. Look at that, 0 damage, ladies and gentlemen. So it's really cool. Life regen just kicked in as well. I didn't take any damage starting off thanks to the water shield, the hydrophobic shield. What I can do is we can actually apply guard down to the enemies. So like just like this. Don't, oh, look at that, it missed. It only applied to 1 monster. The other 2 had tough and hardened, so that's why it didn't land. So that kind of sucks. But let's just do something like this. So we apply vulnerability to them. And then with this monster, I can actually just one tap the monster, unfortunately. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of damage. But let's just say if I do a AoE attack where there's dodge areas this time, guess what? It's only going to deal damage to that monster, not the other 2 thanks to the dodge areas. So yep, and then what we can do here is we can attack and we can just deal the damage to, let's do JJ. I want to target JJ. Unfortunately, he does have immune to torture, so I can't really land those tortures there. With Graciel, I could just do like an evasion to everybody. And then with this monster, here's what you want to do. I'm glad I have this skill, even though I didn't change to the right skills. But this right here is very important, so you can just NER whenever, you know, your monsters need that. And then we can just go ahead and deal some more damage, although I should have probably equipped some like better runes on this monster. I feel like double speed wasn't the way to go. We should have done like 2 strength and 1 speed. But anyways, unfortunately the guard down actually went away, or else we could have actually used a guard down hater. I can heal myself by 50% and apply precision, so that's really good. Something to keep in mind. So now my monsters won't miss at all. Next time, if I try to apply the guard down to the enemies, it's not gonna miss at all. But let's just deal some damage here, and then we're just gonna do like a massive light damage here and barely any damage dealt. And then we of course took the single target skill attack, you know what I mean? So it didn't land at all. And so he's pretty tanky, I would say. He is really good with his life, I will say that. What I can do is, let me just charge up because I want to apply the vulnerability to them, or not the vulnerability, the guard down. So here I'm just going to apply the guard down to everybody, and this time it did land thanks to, you know, the precision being there, one of his skills you can actually benefit from. So something to keep in mind. I'm just gonna do like a control immunity to everybody, whatever. And since they do have the guard down, all of my attacks will land. I wonder because of the days if I'm gonna miss, but let's just go ahead and test it out. Oh, it landed. Look at that. None of them missed. That's really cool. Now here we can't really do much else. I'm just gonna go ahead and just deal some damage to that monster. And with JJ, yeah, something to watch out, I guess. JJ can be a threat because that monster can get his awakening and therefore he'll have pierce. So just watch out from JJ, I would say. But since there's of course guard down, we can actually go ahead and take advantage of it and just attack if we want, or we can heal up again and apply hydrophobic shield. That way, if they try to land any type of attacks, as you guys can see, 0 damage. So it's a good pair up with this monster. The only downside is his dodge area is a status caster, so he needs to get a turn in for it to kick in. But what we can do is we can apply guard down hater now, and hopefully that guard down doesn't run. Oh, it will run out, I think. Yep, I think after that turn, okay, you have to time it correctly. Like, you really have to time it correctly, or else, like, it's not going to land well. So just something to kind of keep in mind. I'm just going to go ahead and NER everything here, and I'm just going to charge up with this monster. With this one, we're going to try to apply that guard down again, and look at that. Another thing, I remember I mentioned to you guys, that skill, it's not going to trigger relics and stuff like that. It's not going to trigger like his ultimate either. So against Graciel, it's good. You know what I mean? So when you're applying that guard down, it's not going to count as like a +1 thanks to what do you call it, the fact that it doesn't deal any damage. So something to kind of keep in mind. It's really good. Now since we do have that guard down hater and we do have the guard down applied to the enemies, we can now take advantage and look at that damage, ladies and gentlemen. Like, JJ's just getting obliterated. Look at that. Boom. Look at that damage. Oh my goodness. Stop playing with him. Yo, Snowclus is just crazy. Now we can heal and apply precision, or we could just deal damage, and even Snowclus himself is just dealing so much damage at insane magic damage. Keep in mind this monster doesn't have any strength runes at all, and look at that, he deals 737k damage. That's insane. And when this monster gets a turn in, unfortunately the guard down hater did run out, so we can't really take advantage of that anymore. So we're just gonna charge up, and Ural can deal some extra damage. It uses the 151k, which is a pretty good amount, I would say, but it can be better, of course. Now what I do want to do is I want to apply that guard down again without triggering his awakening, and then what we can do is we can actually take advantage of that in a second. So this is what I mean right here. So we're gonna apply that guard down hater again and maximum life increase, so he gets 4.9 million life instead of his regular life. So something to, you know, kind of consider. And his insane magic or insane fire damage will basically swipe out the enemy. So we keep in mind it was only one strength rune and not two. If it was two strength rune, he would have just went crazy, or crazier, I should say. But yeah, I would say this monster is worth the investment, guys. If you are thinking about investing in it, it's good. You know, besides of course his elements being so nice, I also do like the books. It's part of the exclusive and winter book. So something you know, to kind of consider, because both of those books, I'm pretty sure they're actually making a return in Team Wars. So if you want to, you know, kind of like obtain this monster just for that. I know winter book is in there. I'm not sure about exclusive. You guys can let me know in the comments if you think that one's actually going to be in it too. But I actually think this monster does have potential. I think players will definitely start using it. And I'm not, you know, saying this just because of, you know, me reviewing this monster, but I actually mean it. Like, this monster, I can see potential, and a lot of players will be using this monster in Colosseum. Like, I can already see this monster being used in Colosseum, and everybody's going to be spamming it, hitting that, you know, billions of damage or points, and you know what I mean, or trillion basically. But yeah, this monster is cool. I think it's worth the investment, guys. If you want to go for the monster, at least go for rank 0. And then if you want to work your way up, you can do that. But skills are not bad. I do like the traits, although I would have liked, you know, immune to torture instead of that, but that's okay. The life is pretty good, so something to kind of keep in mind, because this monster is a tank. And then relic slots I do like as well. The double armor can definitely help him out a lot. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your opinion. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Can get away with it. No, 'cause I'm feeling so free.